We drink iced coffee on this channel too. Hi guys, welcome back to the video. Now today is going to be my day 7 and day 8 paranormal romance reading vlog, and this is actually a day after the last date, which was yesterday on November 6th, I believe, and today is November 7th, which is a Saturday, so we're no longer doing the paranormal romance readathon. What I want to say before I jump ahead and talk about all the books that I've read since I've last spoken to you in my other vlog is that thank you for joining this paranormal romance readathon. I know it's been requested by a lot of you guys ever since we did the historical romance readathon with my friends Lacey and Jessica, and this one I was very scared and nervous about because this is a genre that I don't really like and I never thought I could like, and it has been an eye-opening experience for me to try a new genre again from recommendations from my closest friends and also from subscribers like you. So thank you again for suggesting me a book. I have added your books to my TBR and I will slowly go through it. Now, for example, somebody mentioned that I should read Christine Feehan's books Shadow Game, and I'm intimidated by that book because if you've watched my other vlogs, you would know that I like my paranormal romances to be light on paranormal and heavy on contemporary. But you know what? So far I'm 30% in and I'm still enjoying it, and I like the intricate story building and the intricate like plot lines that are unfolding and happening. So I'll see if I can finish it and then I can give you an update on that. And also thank you so much for everybody who has joined the live show that happened yesterday on Lacey's channel. And of course, all the links to the hosts are always linked inside my description box, so go ahead and check them out because they are my friends. I like them. They are nice, cool people. They talk about books and they talk about similar books to me. And yeah, it's a great time. It's a great party. So yesterday's live show was very fun if you guys were able to catch up on it. It's on Lacey's channel, so you guys can watch it again. We talked for 2 hours. It had a lot of technical difficulties where we accidentally blocked a person, and then one of our hosts decided to not show up for like 10 minutes and got confused between time zones and also timestamps, even though like the date was just right there. Of course, it wouldn't be a live show without my friends dragging me and roasting me throughout the whole live show, and also me bending books and throwing books away and telling people it's just paper, but also being at the same time protecting books when they are damaged and when there are special editions. So yeah, it's a fun riot, and it was so fun catching up with all my friends that I normally don't see face to face and talk in live person because usually I text them. That being said, I read 5 books since I've last met you guys, and it's been our journey. It's been a great ride. I've read some 5-star books. I read some 3-star books. But all that being said, I feel like I'm good with my paranormal romance for the time being. To conclude this paranormal romance readathon, I've read 20 books. And 20 books in 7 days is a long time for me, or 8 days in my case, of however I counted it. But it's a lot. And I feel like I'm good for the next period or so, like maybe like the next week or so, maybe until like next month, December. And then I'll revisit the genre because I do still have a lot of books on my TBR that I'm interested in reading. Lacey just texted me that President Trump is out and Joe Biden is now the president of the United States of America. So we need to celebrate that, even though I'm Canadian. So if you guys didn't know, I'm Canadian. But anyways, so the first book that I want to talk about is Taken by the Alpha. And this is kind of like a part of this like trope or like whatever series or like however you want to call it. I literally walked into this thinking it was just plain paranormal, but I didn't know that this was like kind of like a subgenre slash trope slash like thing that lots of people really enjoy, which is like the Omega verse series. So it's like kind of like Alpha and Omega, and then afterwards like in the world of like this trope thing, like mating is a thing. So if you guys want something really hot and steamy, then like pick up this book because literally it was just 90% smut, and it was fine. Like I was taken aback by it because it was 9 a.m. in the morning and I was starting the audiobook to this while I was getting work done. So I didn't expect so many things to be happening all at once. But this one, the romance just lacked for me. Like I didn't feel like that there was any romance. Paranormal elements, there wasn't really any, except for the fact that their bodies are like different, like they're bigger, they're stronger, but just wasn't really for me. And the second book that I read was Under His Spell by Mink. Mink is always kind of like a hit or miss for me. Like, Mink is a novelist, so they write a lot of novellas, and they are usually short. They are filled with alpha heroes. They are filled with like heroines from different backgrounds and different like positions in their economic lifestyle. Like, how else do I put it? Like, that usually the guy is usually really rich and the girl's really poor. Under His Spell was actually a paranormal novella, and I was shocked that there was something like that from Mink. I feel like they would just continue with contemporary. So I actually walked into this novella not knowing if it was paranormal, and I didn't want to like waste my time reading it, but then I was already like 30 pages in and I was like, I guess I'll continue. But this one does have paranormal elements in it, specifically a ghost. So there is this girl, she is a ghost hunter, kind of. She's like very scared of ghost hunting. She has a cat, and then afterwards her cat is named Lucifer, and then she goes to this haunted house, and then she is trapped in the haunted house because something fell onto her car, like a gargoyle, and it fell onto her car, crushed it, and then our hero comes and rescues her. But little does she know that her hero actually planned everything, and that her hero just like is obsessed with her and just wants to be with her. So he planned everything so that she can never escape. But then upon meeting him, she is shocked to see, like, to feel so much chemistry between him and her that she is willing to go with him and embark on this journey of a relationship. Meanwhile, it's like very insta love, and then they discover if there is a ghost in the house or not. And I found this one completely entertaining. I really like the plot twist in the end too as well. So I definitely recommend this one to you if you guys haven't tried Mink already. Now, the next book that I read was our group read, which was The Power of Hades by Eliza Rain and Rose Wilson. Now, if you guys watched our live show, you guys would already know that all of us did not like it that much, except for Charles. Charles gave it a 4 out of 5 stars or a 5 out of 5 because he listened to the audiobook of it. But I listened to the audiobook of it, and I don't care because mostly I would describe this as a Hunger Games style for adult romance. So it's about this girl named Persephone gets kidnapped by Zeus, forced into this competition to be Hades' wives, and she has to do all these challenges, she has to do all these exercises and these activities to get her to be Hades' wives. And I don't care because like literally the whole romance, there was no Persephone and Hades. Like, Hades just showed up, whispered in her ear, and called it a day. Like, that wasn't enough for me. I don't feel any attraction between them. There is no romance. So definitely it was a 3 out of 5 stars for me. Now, the next book that I read is actually another novella, and this one is recommended to me from Lacey Book Lovers. I've literally only been counting on her throughout this whole Paranormal Romance Readathon for my journey and experience. I've like talk to her every single day, and I talk to her every single day about my journey. So she recommended me this one that had a lot of groveling in it. So it's her favorite book with groveling, or like it's one of her favorites, and she constantly goes back to reread it all the time. And I can see why, because this one was very dramatic. So this one's called The Big Bad Wolf's Ex by Tanya Brooks, and I literally started page 1 of this book, screenshot it, and then I sent it to her, and I went, of course you would read this for groveling, because literally the author did not hold back on making the heroine's life miserable after our hero betrayed her and like basically threw her out of his mansion and said, you're on your own now, and not believing a single word she said. Now, the last book that I read for this Paranormal Romance Readathon is Her Dark Angel by Felicity Heaton. And now this one is a angel romance, and I love angel romances. I liked angel romances ever since I was in high school, when, you know, like those like YA teen series came about, and I read this one, didn't really like it, gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars. This one's basically about a human who goes to Paris, and then she like calls something out, and then like our hero, who is a fallen angel, hears his name and then comes visits her, and then they go on this adventure / journey in Paris, France, and then they fall in love. But then they know that it's kind of like a forbidden love because she's human and he's an angel. But then is she really human? So like, find out if you want to read the book. But anyways, that is it for my final days of the Paranormal Romance Readathon. Let us know in the comments down below, what's another readathon that you guys would like us to see, to host? What's another readathon that you want to participate in? Let us know how you enjoyed this readathon. If you have any feedback for us, if you wanted more things, if you enjoyed some things that we did. But until next time, I'll see you guys again. Bye.